Opera buffa is the easiest type of comic opera to learn how to enjoy based on my personal experience. The main reason is because of the demonstrative Italian style of singing opera. This style is demonstrative in the sense that when Italian opera is sung, the characters express or display their feelings and sentiments in an open, direct and uninhibited way. To put it in a simpler way, the characters wear their emotions and attitudes on their sleeves. From the way an Italian opera character's music is sung, even if you don't know what he or she is singing about, the demonstrative Italian style makes it possible to guess how he or she is feeling or reacting. It makes Italian opera buffa easier to enjoy than the other types of comic opera. In fact, when I was learning how to appreciate Italian opera, the demonstrative Italian style helped me follow what was happening throughout the operas I was studying, though all I had then with me were their plot summaries. The opera buffa is very much like the typical rom-com. However, there's something peculiar about it. If we look at the storylines of the great opera buffas and compare them with that of the standard romantic movie, they seem relatively primitive. Judging by their scripts, when we read them as plays, the funny incidents, misadventures and misunderstandings seem like something that can barely be accepted for a made-for-television movie or a high school comedy. Nevertheless, how are these operas able to keep their place in the repertoire for decades or even centuries? Why do audiences continue to flock to the opera houses to see them year after year? It's not as if the opera houses have nothing else to stage. The answer to that mystery lies in the characters in the opera buffas. All the leading characters in the opera buffas and some of the supporting characters have vivid personalities. Through the music the composers wrote for them, they leave powerful impressions on us. It can be via the way the music is sung, the type of sound the singers produce when they sing the music, and or the musical atmosphere created by the orchestra when it accompanies them. This music is highly evocative. Even if you can't understand what the singers are singing, it's still possible to pick up at least a few features of their characters' personalities. These features alone are sometimes enough to enable these characters to win over the hearts of their audiences, thus ensuring the lasting popularity of their respective operas. As a die-hard opera fan, I can amply testify to that. Personally, the characters in the great opera buffas are like good old friends. I get to know them through their music. When I listen to it, I feel that I'm relaxing in their company. It's true that if I love their music, I could just listen to their arias. Yet, I still prefer to listen to their complete operas because I want to see the characters interact with each other. Their interactions allow me to see aspects of the personalities of my favourite characters I can't see when they are alone. Besides, hearing the way the characters react to one another gives me the same amount of pleasure as I suppose pet owners will feel when they see their pets play with each other. The music of the characters in the great opera buffas reflects their inner states. It captures how they feel and what they think. Sometimes, it's capable of painting some of their physical movements. Nevertheless, it leaves a lot of room for the imagination when it comes to the way the characters behave. Listening to those operas without seeing them certainly does have some appeal because it lets me do the imagining. On the other hand, seeing them lets me watch others bring the characters to life. The chance to see them in the flesh alone is enough to bring me to the opera house to attend the performances of their operas. That's still not the best part about attending them. Every director has different ideas on how to make that happen. There are times when some of these directors can even introduce me to certain dimensions of my beloved opera buffa characters. I hadn't realized some of these dimensions even existed. There are also times when others can even retell their story in a refreshingly inventive way. This is what lures me back to the opera house to see something I've already seen before. It's the same for other opera lovers as it is for me. The vivid personalities of the characters in the opera buffas are indeed the biggest reason for their enduring success. However, this was something the French and Germans were later able to emulate when they developed their own types of comic opera. If you had fun watching this video, please help me like it. If you'd like to continue chasing this series, please subscribe to my channel. If you wish to express your views about it or discuss it further, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you and stay tuned.